The ant goes marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ant goes marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ant goes marching one by one, he goes to work and calls it fun. The ant goes marching down around town. For I will consider this ant at the river as I smoke a J and eat a turkey sandwich. For he is the embodiment of the living God. For he cleans under Yahweh's fingernails. For he is Mother Nature's broom. For he lives in the land of giants and isn't afraid of their footsteps. For he lives in the river's rumbling and still walks in its wake. For he can walk the sides of trees. For he can walk the sides of cliffs. For he can walk up a giant and not ask for food. For when he gets food, he does not care that his piece is not the biggest. The ant goes marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. The ant goes marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. The ant goes marching two by two, I'll fight for you too. The ant goes marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. For he fights for his queen and no one else. For the only woman in his life is the female who is his mother's sister cousin. For he gets in a fight and can consume an entire horse. So if you fuck with him, you better bring 5,000 other friends. For he is constantly collecting. For he does the following three things so well. For he can walk from floor to wall, ceiling to wall to floor. For he can hold water in his bare hands. For he can lift the equivalents of an elephant over his shoulder. For he can climb a car but doesn't need the transportation. For he can walk across gravel as if across boulders. For he will never be alone because he doesn't need a cell phone because words will get back to the hive. For he feels living cells with his antenna. Goes marching one by one or all alone, hurrah, hurrah. The ant goes marching all alone, hurrah, hurrah. The ant goes marching all alone. Sometimes he feels like a drum. The ant goes marching down around town. For he has a rich uncle who resides in the halls of a ritzy hotel. For he has a cousin who is doing time in an ant farm in Kansas. For he continues to walk across water. For he can cross an ocean and see the other side. For he has a cousin who rode on an antler and felt like he was flying. For when he falls off cliffs, he doesn't feel the fall. For he is constantly collecting.
Yeah. Yeah.